YouTube. This is Vargas XX78 with yet another collection pick a video. Went to my comic book store. It hasn't really been a month since I last went to the comic book store, but a trip to the US came by, and I convinced my beautiful wife to go to the comic book store and pick up what I had. So, like always, I just wanted to share the comic book haul for... it's been like 3 weeks since I last went to pick up the stuff, but let's start off with the Superior Spider-Man. This series was originally canceled when Dr. Octopus gave up being Spider-Man and Peter Parker came back. What this is that during the Superior Spider-Man run, Dr. Spidey-Ock got displaced in time, and what happened is that apparently he went back into the year 2099 in an attempt to get back to his own time. He somehow crossed over into the multiverse, and he saw that someone was killing Spider-Man throughout the multiverse. So he decided to rescue a couple of Spider-Man and save them. This is going to lead into the big Spider-Man event of this year, which is called the Spider-Verse. Morlun and some other guy are the ones that are behind the killing of the Spider-Man, and a bunch of Spider people are going to get together and try to stop Morlun, which is weird because I'm pretty sure Morlun was killed, so might be a Morlun from a different timeline. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know how long they could keep Spidey out, because in the Superior Spider-Man run, he did come back to his own timeline. So I don't know how long he can be there, and I don't know how long this is gonna run through. Yeah, like I said, it can't be that long. But yeah, that's the Superior Spider-Man. Went to a swap meet in Spring Valley, and I'm always on the lookout for comic books. Didn't find any, but I did find two. I did find two comic books that I picked up in that swap meet, and I picked up Venom Lethal Protector #5. I don't have the whole Lethal Protector series, so it was cool to pick this one up. This is the miniseries that a corporation took a piece of Venom and they created 5 other symbiotes. So yeah, this was a cool miniseries. Also picked up Spider-Man Vol.1 issue 36, which is part 8 of the Maximum Carnage crossover that ran through the Spider-Man books a while back. I've actually been meaning to collect all of the Maximum Carnage issues. I have all the Amazing Spider-Mans, but I don't have any of the other issues, so I'm always on the lookout for anything that any book that I don't own for the Maximum Carnage storyline, which was a pretty cool storyline. I really liked this issue because Carnage got his team of vicious killers together, and he went out and caused chaos and destruction, and Spider-Man and Venom and a whole bunch of other people had to team up together to stop him. That was a really good miniseries. Well, it was a good story arc, and I've been wanting to get that. Also picked up Avengers issue 34, which is the last issue of Captain America's trip through the multiverse. Here he meets up with Kid Kang and Immortus at the edge of time, and he's able to get back to his own timeline and declares that the Illuminati are enemies of the worlds because of what's going on in Mighty Avengers, which unfortunately I don't pick up. So I'm kind of lost with that. But that story arc, like I said, I'm a sucker for time travel stories, and that was a great time travel story. So, yep, picked up Uncanny Avengers with a really cool cover here, dealing with the aftermath of Avenge the Earth. And this is also a setup issue for the new big Marvel event that's going to happen called Axis, where the Red Skull that now has the powers of Charles Xavier becomes the Red Onslaught. It's a ridiculous concept if you think about it, but I like the Onslaught character, even though I don't like the Red Skull, so they might do something good with that. But I do feel it's too soon for a big major event, considering they just wrapped up Original Sin. This is Original Sin issue 8 of 8. And all the secrets are revealed. The last battle of Nick Fury Spoiler alert, it's revealed that Nick Fury was the one that killed the Watcher. Bunch of things happen here. Bucky takes over Nick Fury's role as the protector of the Earth. Thor is apparently now no longer able to lift Mjolnir. And the old Nick Fury is banished into the moon, forever cursed to watch things. Guess he got turned into the new Watcher. All in all, I liked the original Sin concept and the build-up. The last battle was pretty good, but my main gripe with all of the Marvel events recently is that they leave more questions than answers. So that was kind of disappointing, but yeah, it was still a pretty good miniseries. But again, I wish they would give a little bit more time before Axis comes out. Picked up Justice League issue 33, which is the conclusion of the Justice League against the Doom Patrol, and they also resolved the situation with the wielder of the new Fear Ring, the Power Ring. I'm sorry, from the Crime Syndicate. Good artwork, good writing. I'm really enjoying Justice League. Picked up the last issue of Dawn of X, the Mega Man, supposedly the Mega Man crossover between Mega Man and X, which doesn't happen. They never actually team up, or it's a great looking cover though. But the storyline in this again is that Mega Man was dealing with Dr. Wily's last killing bot, which survived until X's time, and it's causing problems for X. So again, not as epic a crossover as I hoped it was, but all in all, it was still pretty good to see Mega Man and X in a comic book. Picked up another one of those Simpsons one-shots, picked up Kang and Kodos. The Simpsons one-shot deals with, it's a couple of mini-stories depending on the character that they showcase, and this time it was Kang and Kodos, the two aliens from the Treehouse of Horror Simpsons episodes and comic books. The next one shot that's going to come out is the Treehouse of Horror, the yearly Treehouse of Horror, so I'm looking forward to that. Picked up Superman issue 34. Superman and Ulysses, I don't know how you pronounce his name really, but they're still trying to figure out secrets from Ulysses' part, and they come over a guy called the Machinist, which apparently has something to do with his origin, and likes to use machines and pawns to cause havoc. I'm really liking this story arc. It has nothing to do with the Doom storyline, unfortunately, but I'm liking this story arc quite a bit. Picked up, I wasn't originally going to pick this one up, but DC is going to jump 1 month to promote their Future's End event, which is an event that happens 5 years into the DC Universe's future. So to tie into that, they released another batch of 3D holographic covers. I hope you guys can make it out. It has Swamp Thing on one side, and then this Machine Lord in another side. And they're going to do this through all the DC books. I'm not going to pick up all the DC books, only the ones I usually pick up. And they still cost $3.99, so it doesn't cost extra. You can get a regular edition for $2.99, but honestly, these 3D covers look pretty awesome. I picked up Swamp Thing because I really like Swamp Thing, and the storyline in this is freaking cool. So it goes well with the cover. But I'm definitely not going to pick up all the, I think there are 48 issues for the 3D covers. I had dropped this, but I wanted to conclude this storyline, so I picked up Amazing X-Men issue 9 and Amazing X-Men issue 10, which supposedly the Wendigo curse turns into a plague, and it somehow turns anyone that's in contact with a Wendigo into a Wendigo. Originally, the Wendigo curse was that if someone eats human flesh in Canada, they're cursed to become the Wendigo. Now, apparently, it's spread out into this plague, like the zombie plague, but it's a mystical zombie plague, so anyone that gets, I think, scratched by the Wendigo turns into a Wendigo. So this is actually pretty cool. Wolverine gets turned into a Wendigo creature. So I don't know how long that story arc is going to go, but so far it's actually pretty cool. Picked up Uncanny Avengers issue 25, which is the continuing arc of the last will and testament of Charles Xavier. It's revealed that, well, it's touched upon that Charles Xavier married Mystique, but also throughout the years he's been trying to control a really powerful mutant, and he's been doing this because he doesn't want him to fall into wrong hands, like with Apocalypse or Magneto. So he's been telepathically controlling this and suppressing this super powerful mutant, who apparently wasn't affected by M-Day, I guess. So yeah, it's typical Bendis. He likes to retcon his own things. Even House of M, where, you know, the mutant population dropped significantly. So, whatever. Picked up Wolverine, issue 12. Yet another last issue to a Wolverine series. This is the 1 Month to Die book. The last Wolverine issue of Volume 6. Where Wolverine takes the fight to Sabretooth and beats him. Honestly, kind of anticlimactic. The covers were at least pretty, but the artwork was not that good. The artwork really was really bad. And then we have The Death of Wolverine. This is a 4-issue miniseries that will contain the death of Wolverine. It has a foil cover here, and it's written by Charles Soule and drawn by Steve McNiven. And the artwork is beautiful. The story is interesting. It's gonna slowly but surely build up into how Wolverine dies. Again, even if they do end up killing Logan, I don't think it's gonna stick for too long. But yeah, at least the cover's pretty, and the artwork's too. And the last book I picked up is Wolverine Annual, which has the very last story with Wolverine and the Vampire Jubilee. Wolverine, of course, has had 3 adoptive daughters, Kitty Pryde, Jubilee, and the Japanese girl whose name escapes me at this moment. But, you know, this is his last hurrah with Jubilee, as he's trying to impart some sort of wisdom now that Jubilee's a vampire, and she's also trying to raise this kid that she herself adopted. So yeah, it was all in all, it was a pretty good book. The artwork was hit and miss sometimes, but the story was pretty cool. It's pretty touching to see one last story between Wolverine and Jubilee. So yeah, like I said, not that many books come out. Next month, a number of books are going to come out because of the 3D covers, but like I said, I'm not going to pick up all of them. And this thing's going to be a weekly thing. The Death of Wolverine is going to come out weekly, so all of this storyline is going to end pretty soon. So yeah, like always, I like to make the recommendation. Death of Wolverine, if you're a Wolverine fan, definitely pick this one up. Again, I don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, but it should be at least, I'm hoping it's an interesting read to see how they kill off Wolverine. This one, the artwork sucked, and but the other recommendation that I'm going to give you guys, as soon as I get to it, is going to be Swamp Thing. No Batman. Batman's going to come out next month, but this Swamp Thing issue was pretty awesome because it's Swamp Thing dealing with the avatars of the Red, the Rot, the Fungus, and the Machine Empire. So, because there's apparently now going to be a Machine Empire. But yeah, this issue was pretty cool. Not only is the cover awesome, but the storyline inside is wicked fun. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Until I see you again, this is Vargas XX78 thanking you and signing out.